It's just now happening very quickly. And that just lets people, you better be really comfortable in the uncomfortable and change. And that's a mindset, that's a process to get to. That's what you have to realize and all this is going to happen a lot quicker now, which is, I don't think it's good or bad, it just is what it is.
I wonder if you could tell us about a little bit of a mess that I gather you've been involved in.
Oh yeah. I know where you're going with this one.
Do you have notes on it?
Oh yeah. Those are the two things I said to myself, this could come up.
Okay, so we spoke about Ari Emanuel, big hot shot at WME. Yeah, so every client is on his roster. He's one of those guys that kind of speaks like he thinks that he's in an HBO flick. You know, like it's Succession. You can tell, Justin Baldoni, phony, ha 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 ha, I'm so powerful. It's just annoying. Life is not a movie script. Just try being a human being.
So this is Ari Emanuel, and he is one of the executives at WME. And WME is the talent agency that Blake Lively, Ryan Reynolds, Taylor Swift are all signed to, okay? And Justin Baldoni used to be signed to this talent agency until this guy fired him once Blake came forward with her allegations, and he is finally talking about it.
We thought that this audio was lost. All right, so the audio has leaked. The infamous Ari Emanuel, Justin Baldoni baloney audio has leaked.
I caught wind of the Blake Lively, Ryan Reynolds. Let the record show for those listening at home, Ari just slit his throat.
I mean, it's a fucked up, bad situation that Baldoni, whatever his name is doing, and his partner.
Now, he was your client too, until recently.
Until I fired him.
Right.
Welcome back to Tea Time with Tina. Sometimes, Hollywood feels like a non-stop magic show, with dazzling tricks, charming sidekicks, and big secrets that disappear before anyone can notice. But today, we're revealing something special, a major lost interview that was never meant to be heard. And the star of this hidden recording, none other than Ari Emanuel.
That whether it's going to be good or bad, that's not the truth. You have to just realize that thing's not the truth, and you just have to go through it.
Ari Emanuel, the head of WME and a major power player in Hollywood, someone whose phone probably has half the A-list on speed dial, is at the center of this leaked recording. In it, he shares unexpected details about actor Justin Baldoni and the famous couple Blake Lively and Ryan Reynolds. Think of it as a behind-the-scenes look at Hollywood, the kind of show the industry never wanted you to see.
Like this audio was completely lost, and we were not going to hear what Ari Emanuel actually said. Now, it had been reported, his infamous comments about the Blake Lively and Justin Baldoni situation had been reported previously, a couple of weeks ago by The Hollywood Reporter, but this was just hearsay, and we were all waiting for the actual Freakonomics episode, the actual podcast interview to come out, where Ari had made these statements. Ari Emanuel, again, we're talking about the head of WME, major agent, played a big role in the whole Blake Lively, Justin Baldoni fiasco.
And so news had broken, I think it was 2 weeks ago, that he had joined the Freakonomics podcast, the Freakonomics radio, and they had done an event that was on stage. People attended this event, and it ran live on their radio, where he had just insulted Justin Baldoni and made him feel really small, and obviously did not read the room. And by read the room, I mean read the general public response to people feeling like a bunch of A-list Hollywood bullies need to be shown that bullying is unacceptable.
But before we get into all the juicy details, don't forget to like and subscribe. Because let's be honest, your support means everything to me. Now, back to the tea. It all began with the Freakonomics podcast, a well-known show that's been exploring culture and money for over 15 years. Ari Emanuel was invited on for what seemed like a typical, polished interview. But then, poof, it disappeared. The official reason? Technical difficulties. Strangely enough, it was the only time that's ever happened in the show's history. And it just so happened to be right after Emanuel made some pretty shocking comments.
We thought that this audio was lost, particularly because the Freakonomics podcast that was supposed to come out with an interview with Ari Emanuel claimed recently that they had not recorded the episode with him, the taping of the interview with him, due to some kind of a technical glitch or error.
Now it's interesting because the host of Freakonomics, Stephen Dubner, is now coming out and saying, actually, that episode is never going to air on our podcast. And they're entitling it The Show That Never Happened, and saying that there were just tech issues with the venue during their live show, and they apparently just never recorded that episode.
Actually, I don't know what to call it yet. Maybe you can help me name it. Let me explain. Last Thursday, on February 13th, we were scheduled to do a live Freakonomics radio show at the Wilshire Ebell Theater in Los Angeles episode. But there is something thrilling about the live setting, the interviews that you're not really sure where they're going to go, the response from the audience that you can't predict. And that's when our excellent editor, Ellen Frankman, comes up to me with a look on her face that I couldn't quite figure out. In retrospect, she looked really ill. She was shaky, her face was pale. So I asked her, what's wrong? And she tells me that in addition to the audio failures we had earlier, there was another even bigger failure. The show had not been recorded, she says. And I didn't understand. I asked her to repeat herself. She said, they didn't record the show.
Luckily, a quick-thinking journalist secretly recorded the conversation on their iPhone, saving these confessions from disappearing forever. And if there's one thing Hollywood hates, it's an iPhone that doesn't play by the rules. So, what did Ari Emanuel say that was so explosive it had to vanish? For starters, he openly bragged about firing Justin Baldoni. Yes, the same Baldoni known for his kind heart and meaningful projects. Even more shocking, Emanuel hinted that he did it because Blake Lively and Ryan Reynolds gave him a little push.
I caught wind of the Blake Lively, Ryan Reynolds. Let the record show for those listening at home, Ari just slit his throat. I mean, it's a fucked up, bad situation that Baldoni, whatever his name is doing. And it's part of it. Now, he was your client too, yeah, until I fired him. Right. You know, just give a little bit of the backstory. It's not really fair. I've known Ryan and Blake for over a decade. They're really incredible people. In Hollywood, they have been incredibly successful. People work with them. They've never had any bad mojo out there and treated people badly. They kind of are charitable because we help them with their foundation. They've given tons of money away. If what is alleged in her lawsuit that happened on social media, just because she complained to the studio that things were unhealthy on the set, that he was director and this man was the producer, and they did to her what they're being alleged, they're really bad people. And Blake, I know Blake, I know Ryan, they're actually good people. Now, social media is a really good thing at times because it lets people, stars, connect with their fans. But these two guys used it in an evil way, if that's true. She felt that she was not being protected. She complained, and then these people tried to go after her. They should stop. And they're still trying to do it, and they should stop.
And what was your role? Did you fire him as a
I fired him. I'm a ride or die. And they're good people.
Emanuel even keeps calling Justin Baldoni during the chat. More like a schoolyard insult than something you'd expect from one of Hollywood's biggest agents. If that's how he talks in the big leagues, you've got to wonder what he says when he's really mad. It's like he traded wit for a deli sandwich joke. You might be wondering, why would one of Hollywood's golden couples even care who WME represents? Well, rumor has it that Blake Lively and Ryan Reynolds weren't exactly on friendly terms with Baldoni behind the scenes. Emanuel talks about them like they are flawless saints, but the podcast host who leaked the clip seems to suggest otherwise. Depending on who you believe, Lively and Reynolds might not be as picture perfect as their playful social media posts make them seem.
Now, this is just my opinion, okay? But they were never going to side with Justin, okay? They were never going to keep Justin as a client if it meant pissing off Blake and Ryan. Because Blake and Ryan, specifically Ryan, makes WME a ton of money. Not to mention, they're besties with Taylor Swift, who also makes this agency a ton of money. If the three of them leave, so does a lot of their profits. So I don't know, but this guy's opinion does not sway me because he has a lot to lose and a lot to gain based on his relationship with Blake and Ryan.
Whether it was small demands on set that turned into big problems or deeper ego clashes, the rumors suggest there was real tension behind scenes. The big takeaway: Hollywood couples can have serious influence, power that goes far beyond the red carpet glamour. Part of Emanuel's rant focuses on social media. He accuses Baldoni of using it in a harmful way to twist the story against Blake Lively and urges him to stop creating drama online. If you ever tweeted something and instantly regretted it, only to find it's already gone viral, you know how fast the internet moves. But for Hollywood insiders, that kind of viral power in the hands of everyday people or keyboard warriors can feel like a threat. According to Emanuel, once the story got out of their control, it became a problem for Lively and Reynolds, so he blamed Baldoni for it. Then came a more controversial topic: Blake Lively's reported complaints about the lack of intimacy coordinators on some film sets. Emanuel backed her up, saying it's important for everyone's comfort. But the leaked host painted a different picture, suggesting that Lively wasn't exactly easy to work with and may have been the real source of tension. So, is this a genuine concern for safety and professionalism, or just a power move from a Hollywood A-lister? The truth might lie somewhere in between, or be as hard to catch as a celebrity dodging paparazzi. What's really puzzling, though, is how an entire interview from a well-known podcast just disappeared. The official excuse? A technical failure. But to those who know Freakonomics and its spotless track record, that explanation doesn't really hold up. Calling it a black swan event feels like saying your car engine disappeared and everyone just shrugged and said, that's normal. With the kind of money and connections Hollywood has, it's not hard to imagine that a few quiet phone calls were made to make sure the interview never aired. But thanks to one brave journalist and their iPhone, every sarcastic remark and shocking reveal was saved. In a twist worthy of a movie script, Ari Emanuel wrapped up the interview and rushed off to a huge event, the 50th anniversary of SNL, featuring none other than, you guess it, Ryan Reynolds and Blake Lively.
All right, I know you have a friend again on. You want to tell us where you're going when you can? I'm going to the 50th anniversary of SNL. I can't wait.
Picture this: Ari Emanuel strolling into the SNL 50th anniversary party, all smiles, right after throwing Justin Baldoni under the bus. Did he give Ryan Reynolds a secret high five backstage? Whisper mission accomplished in passing. We may never know, but it sure sounds like a roll live script no one could make up. Secretly call someone out on a podcast, then go celebrate with the very people who pushed for his removal. So, what now for Justin Baldoni? If the leaked recording is legit, he might have a solid case against WME for dropping him unfairly. A taped confession is powerful, but legal fights are rarely black and white. Meanwhile, Lively and Reynolds continue to shine on red carpets, while rumors swirl about how they use their influence behind scenes. Is this whole saga a rare look into how power really works in Hollywood? Or just another juicy scandal to feed the internet? Maybe both. One thing's for sure, the leaked audio shook things up. It's made people question just how much free speech exists in an industry obsessed with protecting its image. If one interview can vanish this easily, what else is being hidden? What other stories got swept under the red carpet before they could cause a stay? So stay curious, folks, because in Hollywood, you never know what technical glitch might be hiding the next big truth, or whose phone might be recording at just the right moment. And when that bombshell drops, you know we'll be here to spill it all. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell so you never miss the drama. Until next time, stay tuned, stay safe, and stay informed. Only on Tea Time with Tina.